Hi. Hi, everyone. I am
Hi.
Chris. Sorry. I am Kristi from Pixel Pixie Cross Stitch, and this is, if I don't make you feel too uncomfortable saying, this is my dear friend, Amanda, designer extraordinaire called Bad Stitch, and I will let you hear from her next about what she has to say for herself. What do you have to say for yourself?
Hi. You're my dear friend too. Um so if anybody talks shit about you, I will beat them up for you with
Ditto.
with my noodle arms. Um I'm really excited to be here. I am an avid fan of this FlossTube. I don't watch very many, but when I do, I watch this one. And then I'm going to watch this one like 8 times and over scrutinize everything I've said. So let's nail this.
Ditto. I'm on it. So so people who have watched more of this, they know about me. And I've ended up talking about you and every one of them, which is why you have told me you think I'm secretly in love with you. And it made me think, if you started dressing like a dude, maybe I'd be into you. I don't know. Do you have any plans?
I think we're both married and we live far away from each other now.
Yeah.
Let's put
I am happily married, but maybe that would stoke the fire of my love for you in a different direction that is probably not good.
Maybe if let's do one of those things like they did in Friends, like if neither of us if both of us are single when we're like 60, like let's just hook up.
I was doing the math there. I'm like, okay.
It's really not that far away.
17, 18 years. Yeah, it's not. Anyway, it just made me laugh. It got me thinking.
So anyways, hi everyone. I'm Amanda of Bad Stitch. Bad mean by Amanda DeLong.
Nah.
Get it?
Smart.
Yeah. I design cross stitch patterns and I stitch cross stitch patterns and I make zines and I also run a local fiber arts club called Ostitch in Austin.
Tell me more.
Let me tell you, Ostitch is a fiber arts club in Central Texas. I'm gonna put on my museum tour guide voice. And I think it's over 850 local stitchers so far. We just hit 3 years old in November. Pre we're gonna call it the unpleasantness. Before the unpleasantness, we were super active. We had like 2 or 3 meetups a week we would fill up coffee houses. They didn't know what to do with us. And art galleries and then the unpleasantness happened and we went all virtual and we were active there too and stitching together. And then now it's opening back up and people are meeting up and swapping supplies and I'm really proud of the club. My ultimate goal,
cookie exchanges.
Yeah, the cookie exchanges.
Great for the friendship, but I was always disappointed because I left with all this bad for you stuff that wasn't chocolate, so I kind of stopped going because I just all this stuff that was so for my palate.
That's fair. Yeah, they meet up for all of the things, for everything, for game days. They play board games together now. It's a community. My ultimate goal with Ostitch is to get somebody famous to come and stitch with us.
I thought you meant make someone famous, and I was like, me?
Pay me famous. No, we really tried to get Henry Cavill for a while. Like we did this whole online campaign to try to get his attention, but you can't just like message Henry Cavill and be like, hey, do you want to cross stitch with some people? No. It doesn't.
There's some laid back celebrities. You just gotta find out who they are. I thought you meant a famous designer, and that's what I was like. But yeah,
I'm a little famous.
There's some pretty cool celebrities out there that are really laid back.
Yeah, so if anybody in the Central Texas area knows anyone quasi-famous and would like to cross-stitch with us or embroider or sashiko or needle, whatever, fiber arts,
if it involves a needle and some thread, not like phlebotomy, not tattoos.
Yeah.
Ironically, though, my brother-in-law is a tattoo artist, and my stepsister-in-law, who I don't know that well, is a phlebotomist, and I design, needlework. Anyway, I just think it's funny. There's three of us making money doing needles. Wait, you hate needles?
I hate needles. Like, I won't get shots. Like, I freak out. I tell them, I'm like, I might pass out. I don't know what to do. Just thinking about it gives me the willies. But yeah, but then I can stab myself with my needle all the time, and it doesn't faze me. It's just medical needles. Woo! Let's change the subject.
Oh yeah. Is that where you stand on tattoos as well, or have you done that?
I really want one, but I don't.
Okay,
I'm a virgin to ink.
Okay. My husband feels like he's the only person like in our generation that is untatted. So I'll have to tell him you are too. He'll feel better. Solidarity. Oh yeah,
I want them.
What?
I want them. I'd love for a cool tattoo. I don't know if you know this about me, but I like bats, and I would love to have like a cool bat tattoo.
Oh my God, that would be perfect for you. Yeah.
Anyways.
Oh no, that just made me think it'd be you or someone I would actually get matching tattoos with. I'd get a bat with you.
Shut up, like a little bat with a little needle, but like
the ostrich logo.
Oh my God!
I am not kidding you. If get some drinks in you, I might do that. So
I don't think you're supposed to get a tattoo when you've been drinking, though.
It's true. They won't do it. You're right. I think I'd still do it anyway. If it was like a friendship thing, I'd do it. So.
Do you know who we are? Give us tattoos.
We're kind of a big deal in the bat and the needle community in Austin, Texas.
Austin.
Sort of.
Yeah.
Anyway, so much to talk about.
I know. I don't even know.
We're here to talk about your art.
Okay.
I got those really cool free T-shirts for Christmas from family that have my logo on them. I was like, I'm gonna rock one of those, and then I realized it didn't feel right to wear it to this one. I'm gonna wear it when I do Whip Parade next because I want to advertise you. But my shirt is rad.
I want a shirt
with your logo.
With your logo on it.
My logo is super cute. Your logo is super cute. No,
maybe I think we had the same logo maker too. Isn't that weird?
We do.
We both went there. What up, Sarah?
Yours is cool. Yes, Sarah Murphy 1.
Yeah, 1 Sarah Murphy.
She got up Instagram, but she's probably on Facebook.
Yeah. I still tag her in all the giveaways, though. Sorry.
Oh, hey, no. Ghost tags. Sorry, I'm going to be fixing this the whole time. It's going to go back and don't mind me. Just be in vain, or just pretend I'm a cat going.
I just do that randomly throughout the feed.
Like Catwoman. Michelle Pfeiffer being Catwoman. I make myself laugh. Okay.
I will share.
Tell me about you. I'm going to shut up.
So, 2023 is the year that I am going to stitch more for myself. I think it was at the end of last year, I counted how many patterns I designed. And then I made like a little a video for Instagram because they're stupid and they make you do reels. So you are seen. That's another conversation.
Yeah, but my reels are never seen. So what's the point?
Okay. So
I'm not doing them anyway.
So I did so many finishes, and I designed so many patterns. And so this is the year where I'm using my stickers, I'm putting them on things. I'm using all of my fancy notebooks. I'm living life now, and I'm stitching for myself. And I'm going to show you if I can fit it in the screen. I'm stitching. You recognize that? This is.
I love the happy yellow.
God, I know. It's like a
she
sunshine
is
yellow.
A designing goddess. Flossie Fox Co. I need to learn her name. She's just the Flossie Fox.
I love her design aesthetic. It's popping. And I'm a big fan of video games, like Stardew Valley. So this was like right up my alley. I'm getting there. I'm just doing a little chicken and a sheep, and we're getting there.
I love
and this is a reminder. is from a vendor in Austin. Shark City, just in case you like that kind of stuff.
Good name.
What else? What do you want to know? So yeah, I'm stitching for myself. A lot of stuff I can't show you because it's exclusive for my patrons, or they don't even know about it yet. So I have to like, it's so weird because when you're trying to post content on the internet and show that you're doing stuff, you have to be selective because you're like, who knows what? All right, okay, so
Yeah, I know
Patreon
you've got more to
list,
keep track of.
it's really
You have multiple places. I love how you just knock cool shit out like all the time for your patrons. To me, like coming up with stuff that fast and having to do it stresses me out, but I
no what you do.
love it.
So let me talk about Patreon for people who have not heard of it, and you will go if you go on there.
Patreon?
Patreon.
Like Atreyu?
Yes, but
Not
also
the
with
band from the movie.
like Never-Ending Story. Yeah.
Yes, from the
So
Never-Ending
mix
Story.
up between Never-Ending Story and patron, like you are supporting me, or anybody. If you go on there and you do a search for cross stitch, you're gonna find so many amazing cross stitch designs on there.
Hold it there. Patreon, right? Are you saying Patreon because that's how you do it and that's cool? I'm pretty sure it's Patreon.
Maybe it's one of those words that I say differently every time I say it.
Because this feminist podcast I used to always listen to, the Bechtel cast, they always called it Matreon as a joke because it's a feminist podcast.
Yeah.
But so they always pronounce it, they'd be like, we're on Patreon or Matreon.
Then I don't I don't know. They're almost like antenna.
I know.
Like maybe like your little snail. Your little
Let's see if I might get let's see if I like get some interference, or I'm trying to think of like, they just shot more things down over Alaska, the government did. I mean, I think they're from China, but like maybe they're aliens. We can see it. I'm gonna extend this and see if... Okay, do continue.
Okay, so I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but
but in this Ko-Fi, you say Ko-Fi, but then it looks like coffee.
But it looks like coffee. Yeah, GIF, GIF, whatever. I think
okay. Oh, real quick, I just want to interject that I apologize in doing this, but Amanda and I haven't talked in real life in a long time.
I know.
Like we text every day, and if we don't, it's like, are you okay, dude? Are you okay? And she knows all the intricate behind the scenes crap of my life, and I know a lot of yours.
Yeah,
you might have more going on now. I don't know, but the thing is, we haven't actually talked. This was that whole interview process was just an excuse to hang out.
I feel like.
So anyway, I'm gonna try really hard.
It's gonna be 4 hours long, and it's gonna take like 5 hours to upload. So I'm sorry for your viewers.
So I hope it uploads. I'm scared. It's not. We're gonna do all this, and it's gonna be super bad, and then it's not gonna. So anyway, Zen.
Okay, so let me tell people about Patreon, patreon.com, and a lot of artists are on there. And if you want to become a creator on there, and this is important for you too, Kristi, you only create things that you have the spoons for. So you say, for example, like the Witchy Stitcher is on there, and Night Spirit Studios, the Stitch Crypt, Jen is on there, Stitch Sprout is on there, Ella's on there, and they say, okay, you get 1 pattern a month, and so you're only committed to making 1 pattern a month. And if you're already established like you and I are, you can kind of get away with not doing a finished test of it. I mean, if you're confident in your colors, you don't have to do a test stitch for it. So
that's true.
So because those people are already there, they believe in you, they want to support you. And my husband told me something like years ago, and I know a lot of people probably need to hear this who are content creators. Don't give all your shit away for free.
You've given a lot of amazing shit away for free, and that's concerning. Were you just not listening to him?
No, I wasn't. I never listened to him, and I
really should. You've given away so much amazing stuff.
But that's like playing the game. as like as a content creator. You had to like try to lure people in. You're like, maybe
Well, that's
these
why you have
people,
like 10K followers.
and that's new. And
Like
that's
I want to help you by having you on this, but I have like 25. I don't even know if I have 2,500. I'm like, let me advertise you when you need to be advertising me.
I'm trying.
You are. Anyway.
But no, it's a great place to like connect with people. We have such an amazing community. Like I talked to so many great stitchers and designers alike. Like everybody is just, I don't know, I guess we're all used to making relationships and friendships online now. So like I trust so many people that I've never met. Like
No.
I like you just, I don't know.
It could bite you in the butt.
I love your don't jinx it. Don't jinx it. I know where you live.
Only sort of.
You bought something for me from Etsy. I know.
Oh crap. Yep.
So,
It's true.
what other questions you got for me?
Well, I want to start by sharing my pseudo fully finished object. It's not, I'm going to fully finish it tonight because I just, as I'm sure you saw, I just finished, like, fully finished about 5 things in the last 24 hours. And this is the last one. It's my first thing. I have spent a lot of money on your patterns. And the first thing I stitched was free. But
I
just
noticed that.
saw it and I wanted it. And okay, so this is Skull Slurpee. What I meant is not, I need to sew this tonight, but I haven't got there. But so Amanda's colors are great. I just changed it because I had this fabric I loved. And it's hard to see it. It's very like pinky purple. And so I had to change them because I didn't like the idea of like the red. I can't remember what, oh, I think this was green. I didn't like the idea of the colors together.
Yeah.
But I love it.
Love
And anyway.
Did you paint that hoop too?
Yeah, I mixed some white. On my whip parade, I'm going to talk about how I finished all this and the highs and lows. And anyway, so I mixed some white acrylic, but no gesso. I learned about gesso. I mixed white with some black acrylic, and that's how I got this. But anyway, well, people like to show their booties. This booty's pretty good. This my back.
Nice. See those clean lines on the base of the skull? I appreciate that.
That is a well-constructed skull. Well, and I have to say too, I really enjoyed that you were the one that taught me the trick. Okay, you taught Lana, who taught me about fill-in, like doing a border and then knowing this whole section is ecru, and then you just power it out and watch mindless television or television that's not mindless actually because your stitching is mindless. So I really appreciate that if I know I'm going to watch something that I want to pay attention to, you know.
If you anticipate something later, yeah, you're like, let me do this real quick.
Yeah. And this had a lot of that, and that was totally cool. It was nice that I was stitching up something fun and cute, and I keep
What's really funny is I'm trying to straight because I recognize that a lot of my early patterns, I think am I 2 years? I don't know how long I've been designing for, like as a storefront. I think 2.5 years. But my early designs are like that. They have a lot of like fill. There's so much fill in, and I'm trying to tone that down.
That's why I won't stitch the vampire. I love the vampire, but no, I'm sorry.
That's for people who really like Cones of Doom, like that big old floss spool. That's for those people.
I'm not a real goth. I just moonlighted in the 2000s, early 2000s. I'm not real. I'm not dedicated to the black. So
yeah,
actually, it wouldn't matter what. I thought of doing it a different color, and I'm like, nope.
$37.99 is my color. Gang sign.
Oh, really? Mine too. Yes, I use $37.92. Did you learn that from Lois at Needleworks?
No, I
already did that anyway, I think. But then Lois showed me and maybe Lana once that she had a whole piece with tons of black, and she's like, "Oh, $37.99." There's also 33. So bad of me. 33.50, 59. That's a dark brown.
It's like a dark brown, yeah.
Oh, 33.71. $37.99 is the super dark gray, and 33. Did it
71 or
again.
81?
I think it's 71. 3371 is a really dark brown. So yeah, I use both of those a lot of times because sometimes you just don't want black. You want to tone it down just a notch.
Yeah.
So I didn't know you did that trick too.
Yep, I do that. What else do I do? That's tricks. I'll show you how I store my projects.
Yes, love it. Man.
This will be, I bought a bunch of these from my old Joann's and Michael's here in the States. They're over by like the registers usually. They're like $1, $1.50. And then I put you can use a dry erase marker and write the name of the project on here and it'll erase. Smart, right? Because I usually have more than one whip, and then I have all my colors in there, neat. And then my orts, because I seem to collect them. But I always think this is so handy. I have these little boxes like stacked everywhere.
That's really clever and cool, and I like it a lot.
And I see people with really nice like project bags and stuff, and I just can't afford that. I'm gonna be honest. They're beautiful. They're hand sewn. We've got like nice linings. I can't afford that. But I respect people who can.
Yeah, yeah. But you know, if you're on a budget too, it's like use that money to buy the supplies, you know?
Yeah. Let's see. I know you wanted to know what my favorite notions are, and I've got them all handy here. So my absolute favorite, and I think this goes for other designers.
Oh my gosh, mine's right here too. I've been designing here. Like
this is the sexiest thing I own.
Oh yeah.
I love it. Oh, God, I love it.
So now I have the Cosmo one that took compete with.
Oh God.
So now I have two, but right now this has been with me some time.
This goes like I would sleep with this. This is if you ever want to get into designing, you want one of these with the threads, the actual threads.
Yeah, there's one with pictures, but it's cheaper. But if you want to design, you need this baby, so you don't spend hours at Michael's looking at floss.
Sign up for the DMC newsletter and wait for that 20% off sale because it'll come. I also got let's see if I can show these off. Let's see these snake scissors.
Ooh.
These are from Witch's Garden Crafts. They're surprisingly sharp. They cut my fingers, but I love them.
Oh, and those remind me of is it a medallion from the labyrinth, or is not the labyrinth? Is there a medallion?
Never-ending story.
Never-ending story.
Again, the never-ending story, kind of like the. Let's see.
But then I get confused because there's the whole last arc one, and the bad guy gets his hand burned on too. And they used to. Oh my God, I gotta watch those movies. Okay.
Oh my God. And then
maybe the never-ending story should be my opening music.
Right?
So I figure out how to do opening music.
And instead of opening the book from Never-ending Story, you're opening the floss card. And like this light beams out. This light beams out and your hair flies back in the wind.
If I knew someone that did movies, like a friend that could help me do that, I would do it just to laugh my own butt off on the regular.
So good. Sorry. Well, hopefully everyone can imagine it for now. Also, I highly recommend these. These are DMC numbers that you put on your bobbins.
But yours are nice and big. How did you get big ones?
I ordered them from Serious Stitches, or SIRITHRE, Sarithra. They're also a designer.
That person has really cool stuff.
Yeah, they do like a lot of Scornews and a lot of pixel art stuff. They also did the Stardew Valley book, I believe, right? I think they did the Stardew Valley cross stitch book as well. But they did these stickers, and then you put them on your bobbins. And like this.
I really like, as I'm aging, the size of those numbers.
Yeah, and they have I think they have like, I think they have ones for Cosmo and stuff too.
Yeah, see, I have a whole Cosmo line, but I don't think I need to wait until my kid is like a few years older, and then I'll just pay her to wind them all. Now that I need to do a whole other set. Oh my gosh! So when I was like fifth or sixth grade, I got the entire DMC collection, and I can't remember how much of each. This is the kind of kid I was. And I was so freaking excited. It came with enough bobbins. They were probably stuck together, and you popped them off. It had every floss and every little sticker. And I'm not sure how much floss. It was enough to cover the bobbin probably twice.
Yeah.
And I have to say, like, even years later, that is, now that I'm thinking about, one of the gifts that has made me the happiest. Was getting
It's like, you can't,
I didn't have
like
friends.
that.
I didn't have a lot of friends. I was cross stitching. And just socially awkward, which is probably the main problem.
Yeah.
But anyway, yes, bobbins and.
Well, we're Gen X. We were left to our own devices.
We were, so we cross stitched. But you know, other kids were cool and doing stuff, and I was like,
yeah, I was at home watching Animaniacs and Kids in the Hall. Like I, like,
yeah, that was a damn fine Christmas present. So I want to see some of your stuff now. You need to advertise you. Since I talk about you all the time. I mean, all four I've done. I think I've done four so far. I've talked about you.
Oh, I'm still growing. I'm trying so hard to stitch things and design things that I like, because my vision is going. I don't know if you noticed how little old grainy eyes are. I'm losing my vision, so I'm trying to be more cognizant of what I have time for. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to do stuff I like, and I like spooky stuff. I like cottage core, whatever that is, but I like it.
Poisonous mushrooms.
Mushrooms and snails and frilly dresses and pastures, you know, whatever. Tea kettles that are vintage. For the people who don't know me, I make zines. Zines are self-published books or pamphlets. You can print them at home. They can be one page, they could be many pages, they can be about any subject in the world. They could be poems, they could be pictures, they could be short stories. I make them cross-stitch patterns. Here's my Trapper Keeper. All right,
I love it. I've seen that. Magical.
Listen to this.
Oh, that's true. But I can imagine it because I remember it very well.
All right, this is like my Bible. It has all of my pattern notes in it. All of them. Like, it's very organized and beautiful, and I love it. But anyways, back to zines. I make zines with cross-stitch patterns. This is one of my early ones.
And
it's patterns of boobs. I'm trying to get you viewers right here. I'm trying to get you more viewers, so they see this and they're like, "Ooh, I want to see that."
Boobs. I mean, everyone likes boobs. I mean, a lot of people like boobs.
But I like, just to like show you, like, this is my first Stitchcraft zine. I printed it myself. I designed all the cross stitch patterns. I hand bound them in embroidery floss. But you can see, like, there's my snow. Boop.
The original.
My OG snow. And you know, Rhiannon from Ostitch? Mm-hmm. She does my sigils for me, my little witchy sigils, so people can stitch my sigils. This one, this is a sigil for untangled floss. Stitch this with intention to prevent future tangles in your fiber arts. So you would stitch that, just kind of like a little, and it's quick, you know, it's only, I don't know, 40 or 50 stitches tops. But anyways, so yeah, this is what I do, and I've
Were you the original snow person? I've been wondering this. The original snow cross stitch person, because it became a thing.
Cross stitch, yeah. I haven't seen any. I didn't see any others before me. I do a lot of market research before I drop stuff. And yeah, there's been some since, but there's enough room for all of us. And
No, there is, but I'm just saying, I think it's really cool that you were like the trendsetter of the cross stitch null, and I'm just giving you props. Trendsetter.
Thanks. This is Stitchcraft Volume 2. I
Beautiful.
think you have this one.
I do. I have a digital.
And this, I finally got it in print, and it's got all these
so pretty
patterns. I know, I love this, and I'm so proud of myself. Like, there's that vampire we had mentioned. That's a lot of black,
cute.
right?
And I do love the spoops in a cage.
Little spoop cage. I still haven't seen that stitched.
Okay, I need to do that one for you to see.
But yeah,
giant list of things to make.
And then my favorite zine that I made is this one called Pantheon, and this is my. I don't know if I'll ever eat this.
It's like your opus. Yeah. Amanda DeLong's opus.
This is my Dark Tower, like this is it. You're finally listening to that, right? I heard you talk about that in your
but I haven't in a few weeks. I'm a little behind, but I like it. I enjoy. I know, but then I got into FlossTubes. That's the problem. And now, like every night, I'm obsessively watching Yellowstone and the Yellowstone prequels with Grant. So, and now people keep dying, and I'm really mad in the prequels. Like, I think someone else possibly died last time, and I'm going to find out in a few hours. Like,
oh no,
it's like pioneer time, and it's the Wild West, and people are dying, and I'm just.
My mother-in-law's been watching those too, and
they're so good. But yeah, anyway, so that's why I haven't been listening to it, because Yellowstone and FlossTubes. But I will. I really enjoy it. I love it. I've never read a Stephen King I didn't like, other than I've gotten mad about how he's written female characters. But I've never read a book or a short story, I'd say. And I feel like I'm a fan.
Shout out to the Pflugerville Library.
Oh, that's cute. That's a cute logo.
Well, I think it's a guy volunteered there before the unpleasantness. And if you're in Central Texas, be sure to go there. They are an amazing library. They're internet famous too for their memes.
Really?
But yeah, I made a video. I didn't know. Pantheon has, the Medusa. Still not finished. Not finished. Like Jen and Elle previously, none of us frame anything because because it's just, I don't know how you did 5. Like,
well, I wasn't happy about it, but I did.
This pattern gets a lot of love too. My iris.
Yes.
It represents iris.
That was the first one from the zine that was stitched, wasn't it? Or that was the first. That was the first finish. I thought.
No, I think this was the.
Wait, but you did that, right?
Yeah, I stitched all these.
Yeah, no, I meant that was the first one I saw someone else stitch. Was that? But those are so.
Oh
cute.
yeah.
But the first one I saw a bad stitch fan stitch was the base with the rainbow.
I think you're right. Yeah. I save them. Everybody who stitches one of my things, I save it. I just have this little if I ever need validation, I look back on
at your validation station.
It really is, because I get imposter syndrome real bad, and to see somebody stitch my things, I'm like, you chose my design. You got supplies for it. You hand dyed your fabric. You're spending hours breathing on it, maybe bleeding. It's it makes me feel good that somebody would choose to take my pixel journey.
I feel exactly the same way. It's very humbling, and also you just feel honored. It's a big mix, but it's all happy. It's all happy feelings.
Yeah.
You're making someone else feel happy, and that's the best. We are making other people, we're giving them a happy time, and it's just good. Love it.
And I'm charging you $5 for a pattern, and it's gonna take you a week to stitch it. That's cheaper than a movie, It
is. And then you'll look at it forever. Maybe. Depending if you get it away. But yeah.
Here's another one I'm proud of, and I'm going to showcase this one on my Instagram on Valentine's. And I think I told you this story. I'm trying to make it so it's easier to see. This is my Eros Eros and Psyche, which is a love story that actually has a happy ending in Greek mythology. Unheard of. Unheard of. It's like the only story that has a happy ending in
That
Greek
is
mythology.
shocking. Wow.
Yeah.
And I do love that one.
Yeah. So what's cool about this is I'm trying to be. I may not pick up. But if you look at the little details in the hair, that's all variegated. That's a variegated DMC floss. And then
That's cool. That's pretty.
I chose corresponding colors for this flame
Yeah.
that kind of turns into a blindfold. So it all kind of goes. I also stitched this on Jobelin. I didn't like that.
Oh, really? I like Jolene.
I feel like it scrunches too
Mm.
much. So you have to be really cognizant of your tension as you're stitching.
Oh, do you not use like a hoop or something?
I do use a hoop.
Oh, you still felt it, didn't it?
No, that hurts.
No, I don't like hoops. I prefer, well, I'm okay with hoops with Ada, but with like anything other than Ada, like I don't like working with linen or Ada and hoops. Do you use Q-snaps or what do you use?
I use Q-snaps sometimes, but I'm lazy and it takes a lot of work to like get it all set up. So because I like to put like, felt between the snaps so they pop off easier. And I like to put my grime guard on, like, and it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. And I just
It is.
When I can throw something in a wooden hoop and I'm okay with that. I don't know.
Oh, so you are a hoop person.
I am a hooper, yeah. What else? God, I show you stuff, but I have to be able to. I don't know. I have so much.
I know. I remember when you were designing Eros and Psyche, because you were like, "Does this work? Should I move this ribbon?" Yeah, no.
Yeah. You get a lot of sneak peeks.
Yeah, we help each other a lot at like 11 o'clock at night when everyone else is asleep.
I'm doing my little mushrooms, my little monthly mushrooms.
Oh, so cute.
The light here is pretty bad. I'm sorry. But yeah, this one's got a little skull motif, and I drop in these for my patrons, one a month.
I'm really excited for the next one, but I know you can't share it, but I'm excited.
Oh yeah, I did. I showed it to you yesterday. Oh God,
you did. It's a good one.
Oh God, I looked at it this morning. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a little behind the scenes on my designing. So I don't have ADD or ADHD, but I don't like working on a pattern longer than like 20, 30 minutes. Because after that, I'm like burnt out. I don't because I hand pixelate a lot of stuff. And so what I do is I work on multiple patterns like in one day, and I only work on them at like 15-minute increments. I'm like, okay, 15 minutes is up. Let's go to the next pattern, and then I won't look at it again until the next day. And that's when I either decide if I love it or hate it or undo what I did, whatever. So that next month is Celestial. So I'm really excited about it. It reminds me of my bedroom when I was a teenager and I had like suns and moons all over my walls, like and in my bed sheets and glow in the dark stars on the ceiling. Like that's the vibe I'm going for. So
and you captured it. I'm excited.
And then I did my little snails for Valentine's.
And the shell color. Oh no, it was their body color, but it works.
Yeah.
The body color.
Thank you. I know I got your help with colors.
Oh yeah.
Designing it takes a community.
It really does.
We have no frigging idea what you want. We're just winging it.
Oh, see, I don't even think about what people want. I just do. I really don't care what you want. I do it for me, and if you like it, I'm honored.
Right? But that's how you get them to stitch your stuff, because you have to give a little bit, You're like, okay.
I can't compromise. Well, it's not like I get feedback anyway. I'm just like, if I don't make any money, that's fine. I make myself up. The only thing that's confusing is designing for like just cross stitch because it's more conservative. I'm always like, or cross stitch the rainbow. I was like, I kind of want to add a spider. These people won't buy spiders. So so I do tone it down sometimes because I'm like weird it down a little or make it less weird. Yeah. But other than that,
that's why we get involved in subscription boxes that embrace our talents.
Yep. It's nice to be appreciated.
Yeah, for those who like subscription boxes, you're gonna be, are you in the next one? They're announcing. I can't say what it is.
I can't say. There's one I'm doing and one I'm not.
Okay, so the
long-term one, the one that's been working on for months and months. I'm not doing that one. But the other new one, the latest announced.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to stick around so we can be in a subscription box together.
Oh, we
Because
haven't yet?
We've never been in a book
well,
together.
I've only done 2, and you weren't in
I've only done 1.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
No, I think you're working on one that I'm working on. So I think in April or May, we're going to be in a box together. Okay.
We're okay there. We can't say anything. We're like speaking in code. Like, read my eyeballs. Everything's fine.
I need to work on it again.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's interesting because I will work on the same thing obsessively for hours at a time and then go back to it later. And it's like I'm ignoring everyone and everything around me. So for my child, I do change my child's butt when it needs to be changed. Or if she's like, Mom, I want food, then I'll feed my child. But when I'm designing, I like get just lost in it. Or sometimes I stay in pretending I'm doing pretending I'm still giving speech therapy on Zoom or doing paperwork.
Oh my God.
I'm really designing.
Making work so you can design. Oh. Smart. That's smart, actually.
It's like when she was really little, you like sit on the toilet and read a book because you're like, God damn it, this is the only place. I mean, there's still bang, 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 Mom on the door, but that lock,
Didn't you post a picture of her like sticking her fingers?
She had a whole bunch. It was like the first week I worked, she found a bunch of colored pipe cleaners and was slowly, I look over and I'm just seeing them. I got it on video, seeing this little hand.
Maybe she won't notice.
Mom never, and there was like a whole pile eventually.
Nice.
It was so funny.
That's really cute.
Yeah, our kids, like, you're like, oh my gosh, you're like us. You're like us. You're like us. It's a
miniature version of you.
It's like exciting, but also like, oh God, like the world needed another, like a cross between me and France. The world did not need it, but at the same time, it's amazing. Yep.
So you're telling me that you can sit in one session and like bang out a whole design? Have you done that before?
No, but I get big chunks of it. It takes me a long time.
Yeah.
So no, I've never done that before. Okay. So I just probably take I'm sure I don't make back what my designs are worth. In fact, sometimes I think about it and I'm like, I have just spent so much time doing this one thing, and then I'm like, I'm probably gonna make this much money on it. And I'm like, wow, it's not worth it. And then I'm always like, but maybe this will be my big breakthrough design.
Maybe.
And then it was worth it. But then in the end, I look at my grid and I'm just so proud of all my work, and it is worth it, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah. For a short period of time, I was logging my hours spent designing. So I would be like, okay, so this took me X amount of hours to design. And I think Iris, 9 hours, yeah, 9, I didn't tally up the numbers. Iris took me like 12 hours to design.
Wait, which was Iris?
The pitcher, the water pitcher with the
water.
Okay.
How many hours?
12 hours. 12 hours. Isn't that crazy? Like, just to pixelate and redo and
but it's perfect. Like, you got it there.
Yeah, eventually.
But people love how much time it takes them to stitch things, and I want to know, because like stitching, especially, I know I'm slow. I mean, my stitches are on point. That's what I say. I mean, my stitches are beautiful overall. Like but I'm slow because they are. So.
Because you're cognizant. You're watching your attention.
I like them being pretty, but that means like I'm a really slow test stitcher. But I can only test. I have to test stitch my own stuff because I change the whole time. I change everything. So
yeah,
that's why I'm slow.
I do that too. Whew, it's so hard in these pixel minds.
Do you have do you it's gonna be my thing. This is why I didn't have friends. But now I don't care and have good self-esteem, so it's totally cool.
Oh no. When you get older, you don't care.
Zero fox given.
And
Picture
it's
of
so
fox.
nice. It's so
Zero
nice. I love
fox.
y'all, but I hate people. It's, I said it. In general. It's usually people in traffic and at the grocery store.
Yeah.
And on the news.
It just depends on my mood. Sometimes I'm like very philanthropic. No. Yeah, no. Loving and joy and people are good, and other times it's like we're all going to hell in a handbasket. Let's light that match.
Yeah, same.
Do you have more to share? Do you have more finishes? You have so much. You made so much. That's why I figured you should have a lot.
I'm in this weird transition where like I design for my Patreon now for the people who love me and support me. And I know you do. I know you do. You invited me to your favorite show.
I said betray you, like betray you.
Betray you. I
finished it in Neverending Story. You shut it up. No, I love. Oh gosh, I love this little dude so much. Oh, look at his little wings.
It's kind of like Totoro a little bit with the big leaf.
I do love that. Every time you come out with a new design, I'm like, this is Amanda's best, and then you just get better.
I need to count how many bat designs I have because I have so many. I really like bats. But this fabric is amazing and it smells so good when you first get it. It's like they use the really expensive Tide detergent. You know, I'm talking about the stuff you don't buy.
Did you pay extra?
No.
So who got it?
I got it from Dying for Sass. And she sells on behalf of the dyer who is PH Dyed.
Oh, so did she dye some of her own stuff?
Well, Julia Kraus Waddell. I hope I'm saying all your names correctly. Hi, Julia. She stitches my designs too. She's the fabric dyer, and Jenny English, Dying for Sass, does the floss.
Oh, okay. I know these names. Their names.
Yeah, you know, the community's small. We all know each other in some way. Jenny does floss and like acrylic bobbins and floss. What are those little floss holder things?
Drops.
Floss drops. Yes, that's it.
What is the point of those if you have bobbins? Are those for people that don't have bobbins?
I know a lot of people don't like the way bobbins bend your floss.
Yeah. I tried not doing them for a while. I had them in bags and I hated that.
You get like these kinks. I don't know what you're gonna say, but you get these kinks, and this is
that's why I railroad. Part of the reason.
I can't figure that out.
But I went back to bobbins.
Yeah.
And now I couldn't bring myself, as much as I love that. Yeah, they wouldn't be full. I got away from them because of the bending. I can't transition to another thing. I just don't have.
I know.
I would rather do other things with my.
I think
I'd rather design.
Specific projects, it's good. I'm using one of Dying for Sass's variegated flosses for a secret project, and let me tell you, it's beautiful. And I'm on the train because you design with certain specialty flosses in mind, right? So I'm trying to do that too, and it's really fun.
It's fun. That's why, like, my last episode, I was really pushing Jen, the stitch trick, to do it. I was like, I don't know how she felt about me pushing her, but I'm like, it's fun. You will have fun. Do all of the specialty floss. But yeah, well, I mean, find what you like. I'm doing something with Threadworks right now, and that's fun. And I got because I have with Threadworks. It's called chili peppers, but to me, it looks like fall.
Yeah,
it's kind of fall and Christmas at the same time. I'm doing it for a fall/Christmas thing. So anyway,
I'm not in a place to design for fall or Christmas right now.
It's a special circumstance, so.
Yeah. I don't know what else I can show because everything is secret. It's secret. And you know, like if you're cross stitching or embroidering, you know it takes forever to stitch.
And then there's that wacky animals project that isn't really a secret, but I haven't even got to that yet.
Oh, the
stitching ferret and the something weasel. What is the weasel?
Yeah, the creative weasel. I just met her in real life.
You did finally, because you live in the same place. And was I saying the stitching ferret, or is it somewhere else? Someone else?
No, stitching ferret is Sophie, and she's
no, but they're together for the project, right? Or
no, they just happen to have a similar.
I thought they got together because they had similar things.
No, Stitchy Ferret has nothing to do with it. She just has
sorry,
a similar.
Stitchy Ferret. Sorry.
I love you, Sophie. We used to video chat too. She's my pal.
So Creative Weasel, wasn't she doing it with someone else?
Yes.
It was joint. So okay,
yes.
It's just not.
So somebody whose name is like something. You know what? I'm not gonna.
It's another cute little animal. That's
the Artful Possum.
And
so it's called
Weasel.
It's called the Critter Collab, and what they're doing is really cool. It's you pick a critter, and you mainly pick it for its fun name, like a trash panda or Nope Rope is a snake, and then you stitch it in your style. Most of the people that are participating are embroidery artists, and there's a couple of us that are cross stitchers that are So you stitch it, and I think they're going to be due at the end of April, and then they pick their favorite and they get prizes.
Yeah. So I know exactly what I'm going to design. I just, with that deadline, I've got other deadlines before then, but it is in my brain.
Yeah, I was talking to Jen, the Stitch Crypt, about it, and I'm like,
yeah, she already did hers. It's so cool.
And I've shown you mine, but I didn't tell you that's what. That's what I'm using. My other secret thing. Here, I'll mime it for you.
No, sorry.
This doesn't. People are like, what is that? Okay. Anyways, read my eyes.
I could scroll through our chat, but it's so long.
Okay, so it's something that I'm stitching for a future thing, but I can also use it for the Critter Collab, and it's fun.
Yeah. I remember telling you there was something you could use for both.
Yes, and you told me.
I probably just don't remember what it was. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just like gonna and I met the Creative Weasel in person at a fiber arts event. I was like, I didn't tell you this, but I changed out my submission on the Google form, and sorry, but here's a picture of it.
Did she put me on there? Because I was like, I can't seem to get on here. Will you add me? So
I think you're on the Google sheet. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, look it up on Instagram, Critter Collab or Critter Collaboration, and they have a Discord server, and that's where you sign up on their Google form.
And if the Discord link is expired, just like I said on there in the comments, I was like, it's expired, and then she said, oh, here's a new one. So it's open to anyone. You don't have to be a designer. It's just fun.
Yeah. You can probably pick a pattern from anywhere and stitch it up.
You mean like, like if you're doing embroidery?
Buy one from Etsy or...
like you don't have to design it. They said stitch it in your style, but I guess that doesn't mean stitch it in... It could be your style and someone else design it.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
You're saying buy it from Etsy, so that's what the vibe I'm getting.
I figured you could, because not everybody's a designer or has
time that's a great idea. But I mean, honestly, I don't mind if anyone else did that. It wouldn't bother me. But I was anyway. Yeah. Because I'm not really thinking about the contest anyway. I'm just thinking about, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
It's a nice challenge.
And you can release the pattern to your customers.
Oh, it will be coming. My animal will be coming. I'm just not going to say what it is, because in my mind it's obvious as to what I would do, of course.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
You could have used one of your grackle designs, but I don't know what the grackle's fun names are.
And someone's already doing
A murder bird.
yeah. Someone's already doing a crow, which grackles are related. I can't remember if they're corvids, which I can't remember if ravens are corvids or
They're both.
crows are corvids, because only one of them is. Anyway,
What? I thought they were both corvids.
I don't think so.
Magpies, grackles,
Crows. One of the four of those is not, at least one is not a corvid.
Well, now that's gonna haunt my dreams. Thanks. Thanks.
We have a book about a crow. My daughter doesn't, it always says. Anyway.
Yeah, there's a lot of crows here. We have like we throw like bits of like bread and crackers and stuff out in the backyard, and we just watch them in the morning when we get our coffee. We're like, look, there's a lot of red-breasted robins, like dozens of them. Dozens.
Cool.
It's crazy.
Oh,
You're gonna get like a little book and log them all, like you do with fancy wines, you know, like
I did that too. Actually, it was when the unpleasantness started, that very first stay-at-home month, April of 2020. I learned all my backyard birds.
yeah.
I did. I learned to ID birds. And I mean, no regrets. I'm into birds. Birds are cool.
Yeah. I befriended 2 ravens, and I will tell this story every chance I get, because if you have an opportunity to befriend a raven or a crow or a grackle or a magpie, do it. They're so smart.
Yeah.
You just introduce yourself, speak clearly, let them see your face, talk nicely to them, give them snacks. Give them snacks, because they will remember the snacks.
Yep, and then they remember you.
And don't ever do anything evil or bad in front of them, because they will remember it forever and they will hold it against you. Yep. They hold grudges. Don't kick your dog. You'll know. But anyways, but yeah, they're really cool. They'll bring you trinkets and entertain you. We're not talking about stitching at all, are we?
No one cares.
Nobody's watching.
It's just, I mean, it's mostly just friends I talk to, all stitchy friends that I talk to all the time that are designers that watch this. I mean, you know, they're people that a lot of them are just friends with both of us.
Yeah.
And they're just
this is what I sound like. This is what Kristi sounds like. This is us being weird. You should go to your husband later and just do that. He'll be like,
did Michelle Pfeiffer go, did she go meow or something like that? Meow. I don't know. It was one of the lesser Batman movies, but it wasn't the worst, but one of the lesser. So
I remember her. She's adorable. Her eye makeup was like on point.
Yeah.
Dream. What else do we got that's cross stitch?
Ooh.
What do you got? What are you doing right now?
Well, I don't have anything with me right now. Because I was going to save it for a whip parade, because I didn't want to take away from your.
Oh yeah, save that for later.
So I don't really have anything in the room with me. But I'm trying to think of what happened. So I am woefully behind on the Natural World Sal, but that is.
Oh no.
No, I didn't know that I'd keep up anyway, because I've got all my other stuff. Oh, I am stitching the spring cat release, which is Amanda of there are so many names. It's Amanda's cat from the Starlight Stitchery book, not Amanda who runs Starlight Stitchery. Cobweb and Rose, because I was like, there's Fox, Glove, and Crow. Who's Pamela? Cobweb and Rose, her cat, Ellie. I have designed her cat, Ellie.
Oh no, really?
So what?
You didn't design any of my cats. Come on.
You never post your cats.
Oh, I don't.
She like used to show Maine Coons and has like a pride of Maine Coons.
Oh, that's awesome, Amanda.
So she has one that looks like Ziggy Stardust, and that's the one I'm doing.
They're
The
like
one
big
that's
cats too, right?
oh yeah. In fact, I've had them when like or my parents like if you're sleeping at night and suddenly one of them jumps on your chest, you're like and
Oh
then oh
wow.
yeah, it's you, hi. It's jarring. It'll wake you up. But she's the Ziggy Stardust cat, Ellie. Because she's got like some black, but then some of it goes like this. And I'm always
Yeah.
like, it's Bowie. So I'm just sending Bowie cat. And
Bowie cat.
yeah. And all the cats are spoken for now. I'm sorry. Easter is my cat. And then I promised my friend Taylor that her cat Cheese will be one of them. And then I found out Sarah the Brown, when she was here a couple weeks ago, we decided, or no, on our Zoom last week, we decided her cat's going to be one of them too. So all the cats are spoken for, and I am done with cats. I really enjoy them, but at the same time, I'm ready to move on. I'm always like, oh, another cat, but then I start doing them and I love them. But they have been fun. And I'm actually designing a dog now. Did I send you? I sent you my dog, yeah.
Yeah, I've
So
seen
I'm
your dog.
actually finally, like, I do have dogs, and I love my dogs. I grew up with both. I feel like overall I'm slightly more a cat person because they don't eat their own food. And like my dog Ginger, I love her. I love her so much, but every time I catch her eating poop, I love her a little bit less.
Oh
And I
yeah.
love her more as the days. It's less
Why is
for
she eating poops? Tell her to
some
stop
of
eating the
you.
poops.
And the worst. Okay, disclaimer, this is disgusting. It comes out, turns around, puts it back in.
Wowza.
This is why I love cats a little bit more.
But see, cats, this is gross too. They get
And
the
they
little
smell, they
paws.
keep them clean.
Yeah.
They don't freaking
No,
smell.
this is my dog. My dog is down here somewhere under the bed. He like my dog likes to like in the never-ending story. He hides in the darkness like Gamork. He is Gamork. I'm calling him Gamork. I am the nothing. He's like, it's yeah.
This is so
Sorry,
scary. So
dramatic.
scary.
I know. Too soon. Too soon.
But what were you saying? What were you saying? So I was talking about how my dog ate her own poop. What does
Oh, I don't know. Oh,
your
he's
dog
underneath
do
the bed,
this? Or just that he
not
hides?
eating poop. He's
At
asleep.
least he doesn't eat poop.
Wanted
And
to
I
jump
love
off.
Ginger. She's so nice. She's such a good dog. It's just rank.
My dog is good too. He just won't come out because
Winston Snugglebottom.
he's the best dog. I tried to make him internet famous for a while. It's like a whole industry.
It's hard. You've got to go viral, and that's no one knows how to go viral. Oh, so you were talking about, and people still talk about how Instagram pushes us to do reels to get follow or views, but I'm gonna be honest and say I get more views from posts than I do reels. And the one reel that went viral wasn't of my work. It was me showing a technique, and I didn't know how to put my logo on it, so it did nothing for me. So I did have a reel go, at least for what I think, viral.
Like a lot of views.
And it did nothing for me. So.
But you can get like
I just like it because I like for the soundtrack. But now you can do a soundtrack with a post. You can have a song with a post. So
yeah. You can get like, for example, you can get like 20,000 views on a reel. And that's not going to tell you if they watched 1 second of it or 10 seconds of it, right? But you'll get 20,000 views and like 50 likes. So you're like, how does that equate? How did I get 20,000 views on this video but only 50 likes? Did it suck that bad? Did it like go to the wrong demographic? Like it just doesn't make any
people saw my cross stitching, like my like was it people that cared? I don't know. I mean, I don't really care. I just think it's funny. Everyone's like, they're pushing us to make reels, but reels have done nothing for me. You know what does nothing too is paying to advertise. That has never done anything.
Yeah, zero here. Zero.
Yeah. It is such a waste of money and time. I mean, it doesn't cost that much. I guess if I would like dropped a bunch of cash, but it's tried it multiple times. It's a waste of money. Don't do it.
Yeah. I won't do it on Facebook or Instagram anymore. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
I just hope that my charming posts, are enough.
Yeah.
Love me, please, love me.
What do you think about the post I did yesterday? My think piece about whether posterity will appreciate our work.
Like,
And let me
where
say first,
where
so
will
I
you be in
talked
50
about
years?
too about our names being remembered. I don't know that that's necessarily important, but it's more I would like people to put, and let me preface this with too, I'm not a Teresa Kogut. I'm not someone that makes beautiful art. I know that I'm probably more along the lines of a cartoon artist in comparison. But just I would like my name can be forgotten, but I would like for someone to see my body of work and know it was one person.
Yeah.
But instead, the way we do our work, it's going to be someone's going to find it a generation or two now in someone's stash and they'll never know. I don't know.
Is it all going to be one long BuzzFeed article of cross stitch patterns from the 2020s? You know, like.
But will BuzzFeed even be around then?
No, I'm just saying, like, the equivalent, where it's just like, this is what it looked like back then, you know? But
whereas I think it should be a college course, and that's what I said in my. I want cross stitch and embroidery to be. I mean, it's not been respected except for by women overall because it's considered. I mean, they're even called the leisure arts. Leisure arts. Well, at least there's Leisure Arts magazine or something.
I think leisure arts ruined it for us because they created it as hobbycraft. We're not doing this as a hobby, are we? Like, I stitch because it's good for my mental health. I love stitching.
That is a hobby. That would be a hobby, though, right?
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong.
But if you're designing, it's more of an art.
True, yeah, because there's some pieces out there that are stunning, like the ones of the mermaids, the swishy gradient tails and the beadworks, and like that should be remembered too in 50 years because that's talent, that's an aesthetic that designer created and people look for in their designs. And then they compare it. They're like, should I get a Mirabella mermaid, or should I get a Witchy Stitcher haunted house? You know, like they're both
and there's like
equally important.
And there was Lavender and Lace when I was a kid, and I don't know if I think sure. As far as I know, they were like the original of those.
Like the mermaids and stuff?
Or not the mermaids, but the beautiful women with gradient dresses.
Oh, yes.
I think it was Lavender and Lace, at least in my experience. Mm-hmm. You know, and like, even like mine specifically, I wouldn't expect my stuff to be, I want you to know I'm not stupid. I recognize barely anyone knows who I am, and I'm, you know, basically a cartoonist. But people like the stuff that do that's really art. Like, I would like for one day to someone take a college class and say, you know, whatever year it is, 20 in the 2010s and 2020s, like I can't remember who all, but I know Teresa Kogut blows my mind, which she makes. Mm-hmm. You know, and I'd want them to be able to like, and I love her stuff. It's not stuff I stitch, it's not my style, but every time I see it, I'm like, she's a goddess. You know, and the more Jacob de Graaf does. Jacob de Graaf. What is his name?
My face is that I don't know who you're talking about. Face.
No. God, he does those really big, fancy, amazing sals every year that take people years to finish.
Modern folk embroidery?
Yes. His name's Jacob.
He's a sweetheart. I didn't know his name. I'm talking about
he's really I do stitch with him, and everybody's like, oh.
We talk about time.
It's like, I'm listening to it. No, I didn't say that at all, but I was just like, in fact, in that very Zoom, the one time I met him, he revealed his one for 2023, and we're all there. Just there was an audible collection of breath when he revealed it to us. Like, and this one this year is so amazing. But I think years from now, like, I love that people would look at his and know his name.
This is one of his I was doing.
Really?
Yeah, modern folk embroidery. He does a couple skeleton stuff. This one is all are equal in death. And I
remember,
here, I messed up the coffin shape somehow, and I have to frog it all, and that's why I have stopped touching it. It's also done on black linen, which is
yeah.
We don't need to explain that.
Have you tried putting like a white pillow behind it?
Yeah. I mean, I'm stitching on black for a secret project over here that you cannot see. So I know.
But yeah, put white behind it. It can help. But like, yeah, I think people like Modern Folk Embroidery, Teresa Kogut. I know there's other people, but it's anyone that I see and my like heart stops. Those people I would love to one day be mentioned in college classes.
In a curriculum, yeah.
Where, you have to take an art 101. You have to take a certain number of credit hours and taking, the studying of whatever sculpture. I want embroidery, the history of embroidery to be held, fiber arts to be held on an equal pedestal.
And to differentiate, because I'm tired of being asked if I can crochet an aramagumi, and I don't crochet or knit, and it's knitting that does that, the little animal figures and stuff, little stuffies. Like, no, it's not the same thing.
It's not even close. Well, I knit and crochet. I do, well, I don't anymore right now. I just cross, especially because my hands, I can't do it, it hurts. But my husband jokingly would call it my knittings. And now it's stuck. And I love it. Like, it's a little thing because it's cute. But he'll be like, are you doing your knittings? And I'm like, yeah, I gotta do my knittings.
I think what would be really helpful, I like to a lot of people watch and are really they really like fashion shows, like the runway, the models, whatever new designs are coming out, and you see the stuff on the runway and you're like, ooh, no one's gonna wear that, that's like weird, and it's blown out of proportion. It's like dresses that are upside down. I don't know if you saw that recently, a couple weeks ago.
No.
Like they were like dresses that the designer had done, but they were like floating off of the person's body. Like, so they were wearing like a bodysuit, and then the actual garment was not even on their body. And like, I'll have to send you a link. But the point is to, to obviously show off their talents in sewing and design, but it also makes a precedence for future fashion, like the way they did a collar or the placement of buttons, and that small little detail is going to find its way somewhere else in a different fashion line, and then on to like Macy's and Dillard's and Target, wherever you get your clothes, like
it's like the Devil Wears Prada that educated me on fashion, because I didn't know that much about it.
But no, so these little elements may be explosive and too big for reality, but the little elements are gonna make it. You know what I mean? Like, they're more user friendly. They're more for the common people who would be doing them. So the stuff that you and I are designing are becoming standards. Like 20 years ago, it was, it was Teresa Wensler and Precious Moments, and
don't put them on this. No. Teresa Wensler, also, I keep calling people, she's a goddess. Precious Moments.
No, I'm just saying, but that was the style then, and now we are creating this formative years of design and study. So you're right, like a curriculum for schools, they should be like, they may not use our stuff specifically, but they can see through example that this is the way our industry is morphing. Like, we're catering, like, it's always been, fiber arts has always been like political. It's always been, and it's even more so, it's more obvious now. There was it reminds me of, I saw this article, and I've been trying to find it again, but it's really hard with how big the internet is. There was this man, a Jewish man, who was in a concentration camp, and he was given fabric, needle, and thread, and he embroidered these samplers while he was in the camp, which I can imagine gave him a lot of peace because of the environment he was in. But he would hide like anti-Nazi stuff in the sampler.
Oh, that's cool.
You know what I mean? It was like his stick it to the man, you know, like
But
how
they
he
were
was,
having him design it, or he was making it on his own.
he was just stitching it on his own, like while he was in the camp. So
Wow. That's
like
cool.
but now like the designs out there are like, you know, F the patriarchy and
Yeah.
my
No,
uterus.
you were saying that, and I was starting to think it was going to get pretty macabre, and that's why I was like,
But no,
getting
but see, but it was hidden there. It was hidden before, and now we're able to more like freely speak, freely show. You know, it doesn't have to be hidden in stitches, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I like, and that should be taught. That should be taught.
That was just making me think too, the tale of two cities, you know, about the knitter. They would watch people get their heads chopped off, and she'd be like knitting code. Anyway, but that's not a true story. Anyway, but I just always think of that, like knitting code into your work is pretty cool.
Yeah. Little subliminal messages in your patterns.
Well, she was one of the, I don't know what they called it. It wasn't like the proletariat. I can't remember. There was like the bourgeoisie. Anyway, from the French Revolution. I can't remember what the common people were that were doing the hanging, or the chopping. They were in the chopping, but.
They were
oh, by the way, this, without even thinking about it, this is the sign in American Sign Language for knitting.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I think sewing, like, kind of thing.
Bald-headed, beautiful lesbian.
Oh yeah, lesbian. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I think
but
gay
I like
was
them bald-headed and beautiful and lesbian.
Bald-headed.
Bald-headed, beautiful, lesbian.
So my sign name, I was, because I worked at the school for the deaf. I sign like a 3-year-old, but I do teach sign as a speech therapist, and they always want people that are bilingual Spanish, but at least my company knows I know sign, and I'm willing to constantly be learning more sign. So they send, I get the deaf clients, which is rad, or actually all the clients aren't deaf, but they can't speak. But anyway, this cute little 8-year-old girl at school for the deaf, in Texas School for the Deaf 4 years ago. And I mean, if you are deaf, but you have a parent that names you, that's a hearing parent, you know, that happens. But not being a member of the deaf community, it's really, like, I don't know if it's honoring or more important, but to have a deaf person give you your name. And I was the speech, I forgot how to sign teacher, but I was the speech teacher, or communications teacher. And this little girl named me. And so it's K for Kristi, and then blonde hair. So I have a name in the deaf community that makes me so happy. And
yeah, I have a deaf name too, given to me by my mother. My mother worked in group homes for different types of teenagers, and mine was an M for Mandy, and then you hit your butt. M for Mandy, and then you hit your butt.
No, why do you hit your butt? It's just a thing.
Because I'm a pain in the ass. I was at the time. I'll give her that.
That's pretty funny. I love that you have a sign name.
Yeah.
Because the only thing I know, you slap your leg and it means dog, or you like slap and, you know, that means dog, but not butt slapping, it's hip slapping when you're like, come here, dog.
Nope. I was a pain in the ass. I was a teenager at the time.
So she worked with teenagers and then had to come home to you being a teenager.
Yeah. 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 Anyways, that was like a million years ago.
And you're a delight, an absolute effing delight now, right? I mean, I think you are, but you know.
I try. I know I'm weird and awkward, just like you. And wait, you're not weird and awkward.
Totally normal.
Totally normal. Oh yeah. Sorry, I've got allergies. It's been rainy here, so don't look. Okay. Good.
So I don't know what else there is to talk about. I mean, there's lots of things to talk about, but things that people
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I just really hope this uploads because I'll be really sad if we have this beautiful, like wonderful. It still says it's recording. I don't know if you noticed, but I look. It's probably not. I look up every once in a while. I'm like, it's recording. Okay.
No, I've just been like entranced by your earrings this whole time.
My queer popsicle earrings. I love them.
So cute.
I love them. Trying to remember the name of the person that makes them to advertise.
Are they acrylic? Resin?
I think they're resin. But she always has videos showing her make them, and it's fascinating. It's fascinating to watch her make them. But I love my queer popsicles, and I got them shortly after, because it was like in probably last February, I think, I realized I was queer and I identified as queer, and so I was all like really was really excited to embrace this thing that I didn't realize I've been my whole life, but didn't realize I was. So I was like all about the rainbow popsicle earrings. I do love them.
It's weird. I find like a lot of people of our generation have come out later in life.
Because I have a friend that's trans. Well, a person in Ostage. You probably know who I'm talking about, who's an embroidery artist. But she didn't realize she was trans. Like she didn't have a name for it. She didn't know what she.
There was no definition.
And it's just like me being queer. Like I never heard the definition mask sexual. I'd always be like, well, I'm not gay because I don't like chicks, but I do. I like masculine people, and some of them happen to have presented as or born being told they are women, you know. So it wasn't until I read a definition, and the same thing with our friend. She read about it and was like, oh my God, that's me. Just like I had it. Oh my God, that's me moment, you know, and it was in my 40s and it was in her 40s. And it's funny. Hey, I don't mind getting political here. Maybe we'll educate people or scare away people.
Yeah.
And that's cool. If this isn't for you, let's peaceably, you can.
I think that poop talk would have made them, you know, turn us off.
I don't know. Lots of people find poop funny. Eating poop is a different story.
Yeah.
But you know, if you look, a lot of people are when they come out, you're kind of like, at least to me, I'm like, that makes sense. Yeah. If you go to the supermarket or whatever, like look at Central Market, and it's like, I mean, just because me kind of observing without, like, not like I'm staring at people, and I don't stare, but it's like, that person's probably trans. And it's not a big deal, but it's like, I think it's a lot more none of us had a name for it, but yeah. It's
as
just
long as it's nice to everybody. Be equally nice to everybody. So that's all you have to do. Respect people. Respect people.
This is coming from someone that says they hate people.
I do hate people,
but you equally hate them all, right?
I hate them all equally. I think it's, you know, like you were saying, it's situational. Situation depends on my day, but I'm not going to take it out on people. I try not to. I used to before I was medicated. You know, we'd be in the grocery store, and the grocery store is my trigger because people are completely inconsiderate in grocery stores.
Oh, they're awful.
They'll put their cart, like, instead of they won't tuck it off to the side, they'll go perpendicular. They'll turn their cart like a blockade, and you're like, what? Why? And I would say something. I'd be like, excuse me, the way my mother would say it, you know, and my husband would be like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Be nice. And I'm like, I'm never gonna see them again. They need to know. So, but now I keep my cool.
Yeah, I had someone do that to me with my daughter in the cart, and it was in front of Best Buy, which is hell anyway. But I was too close to the stuff he wanted to look at. And the thing is, and I told him, he's like, you know, ma'am, you really need to look at this. And I just said, well, you don't have to be rude about it. All you have to do is say, excuse me.
Right?
Yes. It's magical, but that's all you have to do. And I should have added, and now I think you're a total dick, whereas before I would have been nothing of it. But
thanks for showing a great example to my daughter.
Exactly. I'm glad she was just like, I don't know what thing said, she's young, but yeah, it was just like, you didn't have to be a dick, but you were.
Yeah.
I don't know too, like, I just have times where I'm like bubbly and I'm like little Miss Mary freaking Sunshine and I talk to everyone and I'm probably going to be an embarrassing mom to go in public with. But then there's other times where I'm just like, I don't want to talk to anyone. I don't want to talk to anyone.
Yeah.
Put on the
hoodie.
hoodie.
Everybody, so I have no choice. So, which is okay. It's good because it gets me out of my introvert circle bubble.
Has that gotten worse? Your introvert thing has that gotten worse?
Well,
we're digressing. If you want to leave. I'll demarcate, but I know our friends will find this interesting. So, has it gotten worse since the?
Well, I created off stitch to be less of an introvert because I like stitching with people. I was in another club previously and I would stitch with people, but that club was exclusive to women identifying people, and I had met people who were not women identifying. So I created off stitch. And those people, what's up? You know who you are. uh, and so I was doing meetups. I forced myself to do meetups, like schedule them and create events and teach people. Like I taught so many people to cross stitch, and just so I'd have people to stitch with. And that really got me out of my bubble. And then the unpleasantness happened, and I pushed through as best as I could, like on Zoom, like, and then like everybody else just burned out. I burned out after about a year. And now we live in a city that's not Austin. And we know people here, but none of them stitch. And they all have their lives, you know. So no, I stay home now. I focus on my art.
Because I just was wondering because I was always an introvert, but it's gotten a lot worse. Since the unpleasantness, but I don't know too. It's also I became a stay-at-home mom, so it happened at exactly the same time because she was born like
end
of October 2019. But yeah, I'm a lot more introverted. So I don't know.
I think the world messed us up. I think everything that happened messed us up, and everybody's weird. There's still people that I'm meeting again for the since I haven't seen them since before, you know, and everybody's a little different now. I think we've all been scarred by what's happened, and as long as we're accepting and open and understanding to each other, we'll be okay, you know. We don't know what everybody's been through, but we know it's been hard.
You say such wise things. You sound so wise. I love it. We can do it. I wish that I actually worked on it. Maybe if I actually licked, but I don't want to taste lotion.
Victory licks.
I feel like I'm doing it right, or I gotta do it in this direction, so it's fluid.
Or like do it in your arm elbow.
Oh, is that how you do it? I can't.
Arm elbow. That'll put everything in place.
You know what? If anyone watches this, but they skip around and don't remember what made me start doing that.
I think okay. So I've watched a couple of FlossTubes, and they do these giveaway things, and what they do is they want you Stitched by Liz does this. I know for sure. Hi, Liz.
Liz.
For sure, she's in Australia, so she's probably in bed right now. What they'll do is, Athena Stitches does this too. What's up, Athena?
You know her too.
They're great floss tubers too. They'll do like a secret word, and they'll make you watch, you know, the floss tube, and then you have to comment on the video the secret word, and then you're in a giveaway. So that's what we'll do. We'll be like, what was our secret? What was her secret internet handshake?
It's gotta be cacao at least one time from Portlandia. Do you remember that? Sorry. It was her safe word.
Was this when Fred Armisen is the redhead?
And he dresses female and she dresses male.
And she dresses up as a biker?
Yeah.
Yes, when they're those characters. I love Courtney.
But the safe word when they decided to get rough in the bedroom, the safe word was cacao. And by the end of the episode, she was just always saying cacao between every like couple of words.
Cacao. I love that. We sing like every day. We're like, the dream of the 90s is alive in Portland.
I could really relate at the time to their one about Battlestar Galactica, and they lose their jobs because they're just like, one more episode, and they watch like,
they're like, hold on, we're going to this party. Let me text them. Okay, happy birthday. Okay, that's done.
Okay.
Next episode.
Yeah.
Oh no, we finished them all. Well, let me introduce you to Doctor Who. Oh god, sorry, I love that skit. That's the skit I show people who have not seen Portlandia.
Oh really? The BSG one? Nice.
Yeah, that one.
You know what the rest of the world is doing right now? Not the rest. Many people around me, because I live in a very conservative Texas town. Yeah.
I know what
they're doing. The superb owl is right now.
Yeah, I give this many F's about it.
Yep, ditto.
But I did watch some of the Puppy Bowl, and that is quality entertainment.
Yes, the Puppy Bowl. I love the water cam.
It's so wholesome. It's so wholesome.
It really is.
What's won this year? Is it the Fluffs or the Ruffs? Are the names of the teams?
And then the Kitty Halfton show, which as much as I love kittens, they're not as funny because they don't play together. I mean, they're funny, but it's like kind of the puppies playing together is extra funny. Yeah. Yeah. Now, how did you watch it? Because I don't have cable. Did you like watch highlights on YouTube or something, or do you have cable?
Oh, this cable here. I'm sure you can find it on ye old YouTube too.
Yeah, I'll look on there if I get a Puppy Bowl fix. That's the only good thing. And
it's quality entertainment. Your daughter might like it.
That's true.
Because everything they say is wholesome and no cuss nasties.
No, she gets enough of those from us.
Yeah. Maybe if you oversaturate her with good stuff, the cuss nasties won't come into play.
It might be too late. We're past the point of no return on swears.
She's 3 years old, right?
Yeah.
No, she's got plenty of time. You got plenty of time to mess her up. Don't worry.
But like, I mean, he hasn't curbed, and then his swearing, and it was just kind of not. I kind of pick my battles, when you're co-parenting, you pick your battles.
Yeah. Well, to make a big deal out of them, that puts more importance on them.
Freaking out. Yeah. Like,
so. You said this, and then it's a whole thing, and then
and then they're like, they know people are gonna laugh. I have actually, in fact, I said to her yesterday, I was like, okay, well, that's not a word we say in front of anyone else, and we don't say that word outside this house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, anything else you want to talk about, Crestage, or share any exciting secrets, or?
No, learn your loop starts.
Loop starts, yes.
Wash your hands before you touch your fabric, because you never know, that Cheeto dust may not come out.
You can eat with chopsticks. I've seen people do that.
Yeah, that's just like too much work. That's sticking in your face.
Or have something you can poke, like on a kebab.
Yeah. Hydrate. Take your meds. What else do I I'm just adding more time for the upload.
Yeah, you are. Okay, so I guess I'll stop.
Yeah, have me anytime.
Yes, of course. Real quick, tell us how to get your work. There's Patreon, there's Ko-Fi.
Yeah, and there's Etsy. I've got a newsletter.
I get the newsletter.
Yeah, so I have a whole thing. A link tree. That's what it is. With all of my links.
Instagram and find the link tree.
Yeah, link tree. And what else? What else do I have? Oh, I have if you need any of my physical zines, if you like them, I have some of these available. Stitchcraft Volume 2. I have a big sale on my PDF zines right now. So Pantheon and Stitchcraft, my boob zine, they're all 20% off right now.
And the cats one too, right?
Yeah, inappropriate cats.
Oh,
Yeah.
and your pumpkin ones. I love your pumpkin ones. Those were fun.
Pumpkin, because it's full
The
of puns.
pumpkins.
Yeah, puns.
Like a pun. OMG. Okay.
I know. It's full of dad jokes.
And how did I miss it?
I don't know.
Oh no, it is fun. Pun jokes. It is full of pun jokes, but the actual main.
Yeah, and then I think I also have some boob zines and original that Stitchcraft zine, the one with the snow in it.
Mm-hmm. The snow that started them all.
This one that looks just like this. These are at Wasted Ink Distro in Phoenix, Arizona. You can order them online. If you don't see them, ask them because they have them. And they're a great zine distributor. They do a lot for the alphabet community. Like a lot. They do a lot for the alphabet community. So I'm very happy to have my zines there.
Support places that do good things for people.
Yeah, support local. Support local. We're local.
Well, they're local, but not to us. But they're local to someone.
Yeah. Whatever, like, because they're making an impact, and that will have a ripple effect. I like to think.
Okay, you're a more positive person than I am, and a more like well thought out what you speak kind of person, and I admire that.
Who, me?
Yeah, like when we were talking, I'm gonna stop recording, and then we'll just.
Okay. Bye, everybody. I love you.
Bye.